Hello, welcome back to a new episode of Brewtifully Made. We are ending this month this week. This has been pretty consistent for me, so I'm glad that that's worked out. Yeah, I'm wearing one of my new products from my website. This has got like a little pink velour sequin sleeve with my sardine drawings on it. It just came in, my sample came in, it's super cute, but brought a smile to my face, so I thought I would wear that today. And I get my granddaughters this afternoon. This is Wednesday, so this is my therapy session today, this afternoon, and I'll get the girls after that. And we are going whale watching tomorrow, so I'm very excited about getting to spend the afternoon doing something that is touristy, I guess, for the area, and getting to spend some time with them. One's a little apprehensive about being on the boat, and the other one is very excited, and so it's balancing out their anxiety about it and mine because we're doing this together. But I'm really excited that we're going to go on this little adventure before school starts for them, and it's something that I think that we'll have some good memories made after this little excursion. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that and doing that activity with them tomorrow. And then my daughter, my second oldest daughter, and I are going on our own little adventure. We're leaving this weekend and going to spend a few days together in a very tropical place. So she's taking me to Hawaii. And it's sinking in that I'm going to get to see that state. It's very surreal for me to realize that being in Washington, you're so close to that area. And the flight isn't that long, and the expenses, because you're already here in Seattle, aren't as crazy as what they would have been if I was trying to plan it from Ohio. So just yeah, very, very strange for me to let that sink in that I'm going to get to do that and make a memory with her. I've always wanted to take time to travel with my daughters, and I've never got to do that. And so we're making up for that, and I'm very, very excited to get to spend a few days with her to do that. I'm really looking forward to it. And when she suggested it, I'm just like, yeah, why not? Why say no? Let's make it work. And the website that I've been, relying on right now for some income coming in and my artwork being shared is doing really well. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And so, yeah, so I was like, yeah, I can do this. And I've been looking at jobs on Indeed. It's so weird to think about maybe going back into the workforce and wanting to find out what else I can probably do to, you know, do something valuable with my time, and yeah, to see what's out there and creatively. So it's just, I don't know. I've got to try to look at life like a new adventure now. I really am just trying to stay open to everything. I went to my first group therapy session last night. It was in a beautiful part of the city. I also had to drive in the dark because it was in the evening, but that's okay. But it was enlightening. It was really hard when it came around to my portion to share. I literally couldn't do it. I had to like wait and come back around. I couldn't talk. It was just really, really hard. And everybody's grief journey was different, different reasons for bringing them into the group. And there were still common threads that were felt. So, in honoring the privacy, I can't really talk about anything else other than the facilitators were wonderful. And one at the end came directly to me and gave me another resource in the area that I did apply for when I got home. And yeah, I'm willing to get help through all of this in any way that I can. I know I can't do this by myself. This is a lot. And so I was very grateful that they saw that that may be very valuable to me. And I guess you have to be interviewed to be part of it, which is fine. You know, they're really trying to vet everybody and understand their journey and what brings them there. And it was kind of like the group that I went to see on Sunday. There was a group meeting at a bookstore in Bothell, and darling third place books, I think that's what it was called. So sweet. I love that bookstore. And there was a knitting, like a yarn store down below, and I got to see that. And I got to go back there. They did have some needle felting. They even carried some of the kits that I used to have in my store. So it was just a beautiful little store. But yeah, I'm just getting out there and exploring and learning the area and talking to people and just trying to find out really how to redefine myself and what I do and who I am and how I want to create. The girls and I went to see the anniversary showing of La La Land at the mall. And a huge theater. Like when you walked in, the presentation of like the entrance was just ginormous. It was gorgeous. And then we went to Michael's afterwards, and I haven't been to a Michael's since I moved here. And they had their sale, of course, on their canvases because I've been trying to find some large canvases to paint. So I snagged four of those. And so I do have my easel out, and I kind of just want to wheel it outside and just kind of paint. So if I get to do that, I'll make a little video and share because I have been sharing how hard it's been for me to find brightness and light and like that happy thread that has always been part of me. It's just everything's been so heavy, and I want to find that again. And it's really, really difficult. So I just kind of want to just freely go outside and just kind of paint. So maybe I'll do that this afternoon with the girls. I know that they've been doing some art every time they come here. We've been doing jewelry, painting, fiber art, cross stitching, stuff like that. But yeah, so I kind of just want to get my paints and brushes and things out and just kind of see what is in my heart, if anything, yet, and just kind of paint and um, and just try to enjoy that. But I'm getting there. I'm getting the supplies together that I need and trying to figure out like what I want to come out of all of this. I've been drawing and doing things for all like my mahjong and stuff, but just to kind of paint a canvas and do some free just style stuff, I need to let myself go and do that. It's really hard to find that inspiration. In the quiet moments, my mind just goes to all of the things that are troubling me and replaying a lot of things that have been happening. And I am struggling with how to get past that. I've been reading a lot more, reading some books. I think I shared that last week. Did find some books, a couple that my therapist suggested. I did end up buying them. And then just some books that I've been reading Matt Haig. So I finally got The Midnight Library. I wanted to read that. I feel like my life is just all these different stories. And a couple people were talking about how the things that have happened in their grief are replaying, like in their head. And that happens with me. This whole thing feels like this weird movie that when I stop, I've got this soundtrack in my head of things that trigger the memories of the day that I find out and the day that I've been, you know, replaying and opening that door and the police being there and things like that. It was just so traumatizing. And then all the trauma after and things that have happened since. It's it's these just, horrific clips in my head that I want to replace with good things and trying to make better memories and trying to be strong. And that's the only choice I have. I, you know, you can't just, as much as you want, to just lay down and curl up and just cry, which I do. I find myself just dealing with all this anger, just really, really hard to explain. I'm not an angry person. I've had a lot of bad crap happen in my life and gotten through it. And I take ownership of everything, but it's still overwhelming. It's still overwhelming, you know? And the shoulds, I guess that's a thing in grief, don't let those overwhelm you. And it's, the should haves are a real thing. There's a lot of things that I should be doing, or I should feel this way by now, or this should have passed. And it's hard to shove the should haves. But it feels weird to laugh. Like I just caught myself doing that. Yeah. This is a very insane feeling. It really is. So if that comes across, you're getting it. You're getting it. You see me. I don't know how else to put it. It's just something that you cannot explain, and it's very difficult to navigate. So I really want my art to help me get through it. I thought last night was going to be more art based. Like I thought we were going to do an activity or something like that. So it wasn't anything like that, which is fine. I've never been in a group, therapy session. I had no idea what to expect. But when I read the description, I thought I understood that that was going to be, maybe that is down the road. I don't know. They only meet once a month. But yeah, I'm anxious to see this other organization and hear from them. And the one that I met with on Sunday was very kind, very nice. She was a facilitator here in the area. But it's interesting. It really is. So just wanted to share a little update and hopefully share some art that I'm making with you, or, you know, that I'm making and can share it with you. My granddaughters want to do a creative podcast together and do, little projects so the kiddos can follow along. So we may work on that coming up here soon after I get back from my trip. But there's all kinds of things that they want to make, and the funniest thing has been they've been designing their own mahjong tiles. And so I have a printer, sticker machine. And so I bought blank ones. And I took their drawings and I made their own tiles for them because they love playing. I've taught them how to play, and we play with like a mini Mahjong card. And the the littlest one, the 6-year-old, she's obsessed with cryptid, like the spooky, scary cryptids. But this was particular one they call pants. So it's like the Fresno Nightcrawler where it looks like it's a pair of pants walking. She's obsessed with that one. And so she draws it all the time. And so she drew pants, and then it has little pumpkins with it. And then her sister did a moon. And so we took all their artwork and put it together and made a mat. And then I took all their artworks and made all the suits for their mahjong tiles. And so they now have their own custom set of mahjong. They're just little stickered ones, but they love it. And it just is so cool to show kids how you can take your artwork and turn it into something that's tangible and that you get to hold. It's not just something on the refrigerator. And I've made their labels for school and their stickers. And they just, in their drawings, like to them that comes to life. And so it's so fun to encourage them to draw and see what you can do with it. And again, that brings me so much joy, so much light. And that's what I have to keep focusing on. And if you've dealt with grief and you're an artist and you're on the other side years down the road, on how it's changed you, share with me. Let me know how you're getting through it. I've been talking to another friend who's a photographer, and she's dealt with some deep grief. And there's so much positive light in her voice, as much as it hurts. And that's very uplifting. And I appreciate her candor and sharing in that and it gives me hope that I can get through this, because it just, some days are just really heavy, in moments catch you off guard. And it's really just something that I'm going to have to sit with for the rest of my life. And I just want to do myself justice in getting through it all, and not burdening anybody. That's my biggest thing. So I appreciate it when you share and let me know how you're doing to get through it. Gives me ideas, gives me some perspective, gives me some hope that I can make it through. So otherwise, all these terrible statistics that you start getting when you are trying to navigate how to handle stuff starts weighing in your head. I don't want to be a statistic. So, but thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing to be here. Because you can scroll on past if you don't want to. But stay brewtifully made. Follow along. I'm doing giveaways on Instagram as I hit 1,000 marks. So if you're into Mahjong, I'm doing Mahjong giveaways. And I'll do some, I have a mural giveaway coming when I hit 5,000. Just if it, is something that you want to follow along there, please do. I appreciate it. So take care. I will talk to you probably later next time, because I will be away. But yeah, stay brewtifully made. And thanks. I appreciate you all. Take care. Bye.